Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Farrell SC, and welcome back to the single-player series on ARK Survival Evolved. So the first thing you may notice is our origin is a little bit different orange from the last episode. So yeah, the reason is it's actually a totally different origin. So at the end of the last episode, I took the old origin out, went to level it a lot, tried to get some of the bones for the Halloween event. And on the way back to the mosh pit area, I actually found this guy. This was a 145. This was a 145 male Argent. The reason why I noticed it right away is because it's actually Halloween colors. It's actually the original colors on it are purple and orange, so it was easy to pick out. I actually took it back to the Argent taming pen and tamed this guy up, and now it's our tame. I did have a ascendant. Dino candy that I used on it, so that's why we now have the orange and the black on it. But yeah, so I also took this guy out, leveled it a lot, but it started out as 217, it's now 241. I pretty much bumped everything into melee, just so we can hopefully get a few more bones and everything along the way, so we can start crafting up the Halloween stuff, because we only have a few days of the Halloween event left. The event ends on the 8th, and yeah, so we only have a couple more days. Let's see, let's go through everything else that I got. So as I was flying around, I also picked up some loot drops. So let's go into, let's go into my menu. So I switched everything over to hide, just because we were having still some issues in the cold. But we did pick this guy up. So this is a Mastercraft hide hat, so it gives us a lot more durability. I think it gives us a little bit of an increase in hypothermic insulation. If it does, not much, but we have the otter, so we're okay with that. I also picked up this guy. So this is Ascending Ghillie Gauntlets. So good durability on it. It also gives us a lot of hyperthermic insulation, which is going to be good if we're in the hot areas. So I think this is a pretty good combination for now. I also picked up, this is a, yeah, so picked this up in one of the these guys, the supply drops. There we go. Oops, sorry about that. Let me go back in. Yeah, so it has a little bit more durability on it. It has 67 durability as opposed to the original ones. When we make them, they give you about 40 durability. I think everything else down here is pretty much the same, except for these guys. So I came across this. This is a Mastercraft crossbow, so it gives us a ton of durability and a ton of weapon damage. It's 202 weapon damage, which is great. And the requirements to fix it and everything isn't too crazy. It's only 7 metal ingot, which is not bad at all. The next one was also this, so it's an Apprentice crossbow, 196 durability, 131 weapon damage. So again, pretty good too. And I found some rock carrots and everything along the way, so I actually picked this up. The rock carrots are going to be from the orange candy, the little candy corn drops. But today, the big thing that I'm looking to do is actually go out and get some of the taming dinos, which the first one is actually going to be right over here. Let me show you on the map. Oh, that's right, because the Ghillie Gauntlets cover it up. Give me 1 second. Let me take them off for a quick second. There we go. Let's try that again. There we go. So we're right down here. So this little batch right here tends to give you some castroides, or the little beavers, like those guys. And the last time I was down here, I found a level 100. That's not it. Oops. That's it. Right over. Yeah, right over there. Right over there. Level 100. We're going to pick that one up. Might be Halloween colors because it's got a little bit of the orange, but that's a level 100. I'm just going to go for that right away. So let's get this guy. Let's get out of this. Let's get this guy and take him on back to base. Then I'll show you what other stuff we actually ended up finding. So the good thing about getting the castroides and stuff too, is you can raid their beaver dams, which give you a ton of wood, which we don't necessarily need the wood once we tame this guy up, but it will also get a ton of cementing paste. So after I drop this guy off, tame him up, we'll bring him on back, and then we'll come on back, and then we will pick up all the cementing paste from there, because cementing paste is very, very important. You could use it for a ton of things, and you get a ton of them from the beaver dams. So to be honest, instead of crafting our own cementing paste in the mortar and pestle, we're just going to keep just raiding beaver dams, to be honest. Not going to bring you guys, I'm not going to like fast forward it or anything like that, because it's a quick trip, and again, we got the 15% speed boost on this, so shouldn't take us too long here to get on back. Yeah, so again, we're just hanging out up here at the mosh pit. It's not like I'm building a base or anything up here. If anything, if I was to build a base, it would be... Yeah, we'll take a little detour. We don't really have a lot of stamina. Okay. Never mind about the detour, but there's a waterfall behind us. I like to build a base over in that area. So let me drop this guy down, and then we'll go over the other tames that I got along the way here. Alright, so found this guy. So this is a dire wolf that I actually found on... I was actually up in that area getting a loot drop. This was a 150. I ended up killing all the other ones in the pack, and then ended up bringing this back and actually tamed this one up. So we have this. This is a 150. I did get the Equus, so that was actually right over... Oh, cool. You can kind of see the moon a little bit. That's kind of cool. Right over that way. I was actually flying back towards base. I saw it right away. It was actually getting chased by a couple of Carnos, and to be honest, I would have preferred to do the taming, on camera, but we'll, eventually, we're going to go over to Ragnarok, so eventually I'll show you how to actually tame these guys up, but that was kind of just real quick. Also, up here at the mosh pit, as I was killing some stuff, I found this guy. So this guy was a 145 Raptor. Typically, I don't use Raptors, but I thought the color was kind of cool on it, and it was actually getting killed over there by 2 Stegos, so I actually had to quickly pick this guy up, bring it back into the taming pen here, let it sit for a little while so it could heal on up, and then I ended up taming it myself. So, personally, I don't really use Raptors. To be honest, I've actually never used Raptors. I think we're a little bit further in the game at this point for Raptors. I think Raptors tend to be a little bit more like beginner, towards the beginning cycles of the game. But I don't know. Maybe I'll try to bump up a lot of its damage, and then we could take it for maybe caves or something like that. Not sure, but we have that guy. So, but today's episode is specifically going to be the taming dinos. So we have the Castroides in here now. Gonna knock this guy out. I'm also planning on trying to find a Doedicurus and a Enki. So, the Enki is going to be good for getting... Ankylosaurus, the Enkis, are going to be good for getting us a ton of metal. Oh, I don't have my arrows. Okay, where are my arrows? Yeah, so the Ankylosauruses are going to be good for getting metal. We also have... Oh, here we go. The Castroides will be good for getting wood, and then we're also going to try to find a Doedicurus, which is going to be good for getting stone. Now, these guys are actually fairly easy to knock out. The problem is that their torpor is going to drop extremely quickly. And also, too, I mean, we're doing a decent amount of damage with this Mastercraft, so... Did I shoot it and it was already knocked out? Oh. I think I did. Shoot. Alright, well... Taming effectiveness might not be as good on this. I guess we'll see. That's... okay. Alright, so what I'm gonna want to do is... You have... Alright, you have a little bit of narco berries in you. I'll give you a weight stat. Okay. So another good thing about the Equus is this is actually going to be a decent berry gatherer. Eventually, we'll also use this for... we could use this once we actually get a saddle for it. This becomes a portable porter and... oh my god. Mortar and pestle. There we go. Words. So yeah, this becomes a mortar and pestle force. So we can actually move this guy around, have this guy actually make narcotics on him while we're riding and everything like that, which is kind of cool. They also give you... we can also use this guy to actually knock out dinos. So that kick will actually increase the torpor. Like, I could have put him in the pen with the castroides and actually use this to knock out the castroides, but melee on this guy isn't that high, and the torpor, it doesn't damage it too much, but eventually it'll be alright. Now I'm going to want to collect as many narco berries as possible, along with the mejo berries. The mejo berries are what we're going to use to tame the castroides. The narco berries we're going to continue to feed the beaver narco berries, because you're going to see when we get back the torpor on it, it's going to drop. It's going to drop really fast. So let's just head back, kind of get an idea of what we're looking at here. Now with torpor, now with the narco berries, yeah, so it's already dropped 300. All right. So every time you feed them one narco berry, the torpor will go up by 7, I believe. So right now, this will give us 700. 18, that's 600. So if I feed him this whole thing, he's going to go all the way back up to 2,400. So I'm going to wait a little bit. And it's not like it's going to consistently go down as we're feeding him the narco berries. Well, feeding her the narco berries. It's actually going to fill up the bar first and then start dropping again. So it's actually pretty cool. We're just going to do this right away. And then I'm going to just start feeding it the mejo berries. There we go. So that should go all the way back up. And I'm just going to throw these in there. Yeah, we hit it. So 72%. Yeah, we definitely hit it. Okay, well, it is what it is. It's fine. Alright, let's just go get some more narco berries. Because the mejo berries, I mean, we already got 82 of them. That's more than enough. We're totally okay with that. Oh, and then also with the Equus, you can see that it's a brighter orange color. So yeah, I fed it another Ascendant Dino candy. I found 3 along the way total, so fed all 3. 1 to him, and then 2 to the other Argents. Maybe 4, because I think we fed 1 to the Pteranodon too. I could be wrong, I'm not sure. But yeah, so his color, the Equus's colors are actually orange and black also. It's just the orange is a little less, it's a little subdued. So it's not as bright and in your face like this one is. I think out of the bunch, this one is the actual, I don't want to say hardest to get, but hardest to maintain, because again, the torpor is going to drop like crazy. I mean, it's still going up, which is good. Like I said, that's going to go pretty much all the way up, back up to 24. So it'll take its time to get there, but I'm going to leave those in there just in case, but we should be okay. So you know what I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring you guys back once this girl's fully tamed, and then we're going to start looking around for the Doedicurus, and then we're also going to look around for the Enki. Once we get them all tamed, I'm hoping to get saddles on them. Alright, so I'll bring you guys back in a few minutes. Alright, and we should be pretty close here. Just waiting for this girl to get on up, and then we can move on. Let's see. So yeah, I definitely shot it as it was going down. Maybe even shot it twice. Wasn't really paying attention, unfortunately. That's why we're at 71.7 taming effectiveness. Also, I also realized that last episode, I think we were at level like 68, 69, somewhere around there. Yeah, so now we're bumped up. Okay. Now we bumped up to 72. So yeah, as I was going around and leveling up the Argent, well, Argent number 1 and then Argent number 2, I actually leveled myself too. So the only thing I actually used the points on was actually getting the Anki saddle and the Doedicurus saddle, because again, that's the plan for today. But no, I haven't actually upgraded anything yet. Well, used engram points on anything yet. So we do have a lot of engram points to work with. We're at about 530, and right now we're at level 72. So let's see what the stats ended up being. 2070 health, not bad. Stamina 396, very low, but it is what it is. Oxygen is huge, which I don't think the oxygen stat means anything on it, unfortunately. So I would think that 2,325 oxygen is a lot. Food 5,600, that seems kind of high, I'm not really sure. Weight is kind of low at 414, but again, we're just going to basically be bumping stamina and weight in this. 228 melee is not that big of a deal. Movement speed is going to be normal. Okay, whatever, that's fine. I mean, again, it's only 70% taming effectiveness, so it is what it is. But yeah, I guess we kind of have like a little bit of a orange and red army going on here. Pretty much everything I've tamed so far is some orange color, except for our little wolf on over there. But we'll leave you here for now. Let's put everybody on neutral. Let's... Okay, you're here. Where's my archer? Oh, over here. Okay. Alright, let's check over here first and see. Because sometimes there are Ankies here. So I know in the previous episode, I showed you guys that there was a 120 Anki over here, which, yeah. On one of the little killing sprees that I went on, I wasn't paying attention. I think I killed the 120, so, excuse me. So, yeah. There's no more 120, so we're gonna have to, go out and try to find another Anki. There was another Anki over there, but I think it was level 80, and yeah, so that's the only one in the area now. I think that 120 is long but gone. I've pretty much combed this area to try to find it, but I think by mistake I killed it. So I'm gonna bring you guys back when we actually find an Anki, when I'm bringing it back, and then well, Anki or Doedicurus, I'm not really sure, but the plan is to get all 3 today. So let's go get our new tames. All right, be back in a minute. All right, and I'm back. So yeah, I am over here. This is pretty much, I think this is Giga Mountain, if I'm not mistaken. So the reason why it's called Giga Mountain is because there's always a Giga spawn here. Now, I didn't see the Giga, but down this way, you might not see it. Is that it right there? Yeah, so there's a Doedicurus right there. I looked around the island, basically. I'm not finding really high levels. This one's going to be the highest that I found. It's level 90. It's not great, but I'm going to go for it anyways. It's kind of interesting colors, so we're going to go with this guy. So it's all yellow, like yellowish green with the red orange horns. So I'm gonna get this guy back all the way to the mosh pit, and then we're going to tame him. So I'll bring you guys back when we get back to the mosh pit. All right, be back in a minute. All right, so we are back at the mosh pit. So now gonna shoot this guy. Let's get this guy tamed up. All right. With these guys, it's actually really easy. They move relatively slow, so to be honest, I can be even inside the pen when doing this. When it comes to torpidity, their torpidity is actually pretty low, so we'll be able to knock this guy out fairly quickly. The only thing I want to worry about is his health, though, because once the health drops to a certain amount, it'll actually ball up, and it only takes about 15% damage, maybe even less, and that'll also include the amount of torpidity that it has. it's fleeing. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four, five. And he's knocked out. And I think we're gonna lose. I have the worst timing with that. Okay. So pre-tame stats, 3,400 in health is actually doesn't seem too bad. 810 stamina seems kind of high. That's actually seems pretty good. 315 weight's kind of low, but again, pre-tame. Yeah, that's really all that we need to worry about. The melee damage, 130 is low, but again, it's melee. When it comes to the torpidity on this guy, it's not going to drop that fast. It'll drop fast, but it's not the castroides or anything. So to be honest, I can throw all 148 right on it now, and then just call it a day. Let's just do that. I may play it safe and give it, like, wait till it gets about halfway down, and then give it some narco berries, but I think we'll be okay. But let's... You never know. Just in case, let's... But I'm pretty sure that we're going to lose some taming effectiveness on this guy, too, so... It is what it is. But eventually, if we come across a higher Doedicurus, we'll end up taming that, along with a higher Castroides, and along with maybe a higher Ankylosaurus, depending on what level we get for the Anklo now. Alright, let's see. How many do we have? 59. Yeah, that should be sure. Run back to this guy. Yeah, we definitely hit it. The taming effectiveness, 85%. Yeah, we definitely did. We're probably not gonna need this, but we may. Alright, let me bring you guys back once this, once the Doedicurus is fully tamed up, and then we will, go, Ankylosaurus hunting. Alright? Be back in a few. Alright, and we're just finishing up here. So yeah, I didn't really need to put in any of the, narco berries or anything like that, so I'm just gonna hold on to those. I'm gonna put them back onto the, Equus. Where is our Equus? Down here. That. There we go. It's just stuff anyways. Alright, 98. Pick this up. Probably most likely in the next episode, or even 2 episodes from now, we're gonna finally start making all the skins and everything like that for the event, because we are getting to the point where we only got a few days left, so I want to get that done, obviously, before the event ends. Oh, while we're waiting up for this guy, where did I... One of the drops actually gave us... I think it's on the Pteranodon. So, obviously, I went around and got a lot of candy canes and everything like that, and we got this. Yeah, here it is. So, this is the Giga Bone costume. So, I ended up collecting a lot of the bone costumes on the way, but we actually got this without fighting a Giga. It was in one of the candy corn things from the sky. So, yeah, we... Eventually, if we tame up a Giga, we can put this on it so we can have a skeletal Giga, which is actually kind of cool. But yeah, let's head on back here. This guy should be ready to go. Doedicurus, cool, 128. Okay, that's fine. Not the, not the best, but alright, 330, not bad. 1,050 stamina, that seems pretty high. That's actually pretty good. 3978 health. Melee damage we're not really going to worry about, because all we're doing at this point, because the stamina is pretty high on this, we're probably going to bump just all weight. Maybe a little bit of stamina, but weight's going to be the big one here. So let's get you out here, close it on up, and then, come on. Come on. Come on. Now, follow through the gate. Come on. Nope, nope. Alright, there we go. Cool. Alright. Get this guy on out here. Alright, let's go find ourselves an Anki. Alright, now I'm over here on Herbivore Island, which is all the way down in the southeast corner here. And I ended up finding a level 95 Anki. So, it's pretty good. We're gonna tame this one because, again, this is just gonna be the starter one. Eventually we'll get a little bit higher, but for now, 95 should be good. With this guy, I don't need to do a taming pen or anything because once I actually hit him, there we go. Excuse me. He moves pretty slow, so to be honest, and if I can get my angles right here, he can't actually work his way up, so we should be... No, he can. But I want to do my best to lure him away from the water, though, too, because we don't want him to actually... Well, I think it's a female, so we don't want her to actually... Okay, she's already running away, maybe? Yep, there we go. Done. Now, this one should be okay. I don't think I actually hit it after it was going down, so... We should be okay here. Let's look over the stats. So 2,800 health is not too bad. 437 stam is okay. They usually don't get a lot of stams, so that's actually not too bad. 305 weight's pretty good. Hopefully we get a little bit more in weight, so we don't have to put all the levels into weight. We can kind of mix it between weight and stamina, but we'll see. So to be honest, again... We only have 20 measure berries. That's okay. I'm just going to stick it right on here. There's no dangers in the area. So the one good thing about Herbivore Island is, yeah, only herbivores. So the only way you can actually get killed on here is in the ocean. There's Megalodon and stuff like that. But on this actual little piece of island, yeah, everything is an herbivore. So you can get Triceratops here. You can get Stegosauruses here. You can get Ankis here. You can get Brachiosauruses here. You can, I think, possibly Diplodocuses spawn here too. Don't quote me on that. I know Brachiosauruses do. Obviously, there's one right here. What else? Parasaurs, Phiomias also spawn here, which are really... Phiomias are going to be really, really good for... Once we get crop plots and everything going... they're going to be a major, major, major help for us. So, eventually we're going to tame up a Phiomia too. But for now, all I'm going to do is just pick some berries. Yeah, he's going to need a lot. Now, their torpor does not drop quickly at all, so I'm not even going to worry about the narcotics, like narco berries and whatnot. I'm more just going to worry about getting as many measure berries as possible, because each one, I think, is only about 4%. 4% for the Tames, so it's going to take a decent amount. Let me see. Yeah, I think he's already taken 2. 8.3, so yeah, probably like 4% each measure berry that the Anki eats. So we're going to need a lot of them. But I'm going to bring you guys back once this girl's fully tamed, and then we're going to... ride. Well, first we're going to check out the stats and everything. Then I'm going to use the Argent to just carry it all the way back to the mosh pit, so we can actually start making saddles for all 3 of them. So we have the Doedicurus, the Anki, obviously, and then we also have the Castroides back at base. So, all right, I'll bring you guys back in a little bit. But yeah. Alright, this should be one last bite. So yeah, I didn't actually hit, I didn't actually shoot the Anki while it was going down. As you can see, we're at 99.4 taming effectiveness, so yeah, it's pretty good. So we are just about done here. Yeah, another few minutes. Not even. Let's see. Yeah, pretty much. Once that gets down to 7170, then we should be good. Yeah, here we go. And all tamed up. Sweet. Okay. So let's see. Level 142. So we have 4,200 health. I think that's actually pretty good, if I'm not mistaken. 542 stamina. So the stamina went up a lot, which is... actually, it went up a decent amount. That's actually still pretty good. 495 oxygen. Don't need to worry about that. Food is... through the roof, 10,000, only 320 weight, so it only, I think it started out with like 302, 306, it was definitely over 3, so we didn't really get a lot there. That's alright, I mean, it'll work for us, so let me get the Argent, let's, get this guy back to base. What is that? Oh, spooky pile, I already got that, okay. Argent's right over here. Let's, pick him on up and... Alright, I'll bring you guys back when we get back to base. We're gonna start making some saddles for all these, for all the dinos. Alright, we're back here at the mosh pit. Let's see everything that we need. So for the Dodicarus, we have enough fiber. We need some hide, and a little bit of stone, and we have the metal ingot. Okay, cool. Next one. Metal ingot 10. Okay, so we're gonna need to definitely gonna need to get more metal ingot. Oh yeah, we need a, oh wow, okay. Yeah, we need a ton of metal. So we need 100 metal ingot, 101. Yeah, which means we need 202 metal. That's not that bad actually. What else do we need? We need 260 hide, 200 hide, so 460. 460, was that 700 hide? Is that the way? 700 something hide? We should have more than enough of that. Yep, there we go. Oh, I also raided some beaver dams just to pick up these guys. So yeah, this is from a total of 4 beaver dams. So we have close to 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 900, 1,000, 1,013. So we have plenty there. And sorry if you could hear, like, leaf blowers and stuff in the back. We have some guys here that are actually, doing the leaves, doing landscaping, everything like that, unfortunately. So you might hear a little bit of that in the background, so I apologize. Let's see, so we need a little bit of stone. That should be enough. Put that in here. Okay, so we can make this no problem, the Dodecarus. We can make this no problem, but we're going to run out of metal anyways. So you know what? This is what I'm going to do. Let's take... you're pretty full. I need to take some of the stuff off of you. Let's see what we had that we could discard. Oh, wait, no. Berries. Just going to want to give those to the dinos. Okay. Take that, discard. Take that. Where is the... I don't know if they... Okay, well, let's get some food. You can have some of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's good enough. You. I don't know if... Citrus fruit grows naturally on the coast. It will probably prevent scurvy. Okay. What about this? Could we actually... Oh, wait. Well, no. He has measure berries. What am I doing? Alright. Alright, I think we're okay with at least feeding them. Now, let's take everything that we have, put as much as we can on here. Let's see. Alright, we can discard a lot of the food here. Just to drop down his weight a bit. There we go. I'm gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with me. Let's do that. Let's go back over to you. You have nothing on you, right? Yep, good. Alright, I'm gonna fly over this way. There's a big mountain right here. Let me get above here, just so you can see it. Well, the fog may prevent us from... Nope, it's right there. So we're gonna head over to that mountain. Inside is where the volcano is. And there's actually a ton of metal there. So I'm going to bring you guys back in a minute just to get the ton of metal, bring it on back down, smelt it, and then we're going to make all the, yeah, we're going to finish and actually have all the saddles for these guys. So I'll bring you back in a few minutes. So if you ever need, like, metal or obsidian or anything like that, this is the place to go. So on the map, we are right inside this little mountain here. The tech cave is actually right there. That's going to be for... I think that's for the Overseer. I think that's pretty much for the end of the game. That's like the final boss, basically. But right here, these black rocks here are actually going to be obsidian. You're going to want to use... Yep, there we go. You're going to want to use the hatchet on these, because you'll not only get obsidian, but you'll also get metal, too. There's a ton of crystal up here. I'm going to grab a little bit of obsidian now. I'm not going to go crazy with it, but eventually we're going to need to make cryopods. I'm going to want to make cryopods somewhat quickly, just because transporting the dinos, this is a lot easier to do. It's a little pod where you can put your dinosaurs into. So if anyone as a kid, if you're like a 90s kid and Pokemon was a big thing, it's kind of like the Pokeball, basically, just a techier kind of version of it. But yeah, so on these we're gonna get stone, we're also gonna get metal, and we're also gonna get obsidian too. But you do actually have these metal nodes up here, which are these goldish-looking ones that we'll see in a second. These guys right here, I don't remember, is it hatchet or is it... No, you have to use the pick on these to get the metal, so... And you're going to see, we're going to get a ton of metal from this using the pick. We will get also some stone. So if you use the pick on these guys, you're going to get more metal than you will stone. If you use the hatchet, you're going to get more stone than you do metal. Yeah, so just off of this one, we're going to be pretty much, yeah, we're at 147 already. We only needed 202? 200 and something? I don't know. But I'm just going to keep... You know what? Let's see. Do you get more obsidian from... Oh, you do. Okay, yeah, so when you're up here, just use the pick. Don't worry about the hatchet, unless you are looking for stone, which there's better places for stone than here. But, I mean, you can do that. But, okay, just to give you an idea, right now we have 189 metal, so we're almost at what we're supposed to have, and then 30 obsidian. Now, the good thing about the Argent is the Argent will actually cut the weight in half. So if you look at our, if you look at our inventory, the metal actually weighs 189, but on the Argent it's 94.5. So they'll take actually half. It also works for obsidian, yeah, so we went from 30 down to 15. So, to be honest, the Argent is definitely my favorite. I mean, there's also the Thylacoleo, which is great too. Just the combination of those two is great. Two great ones to have. So Thylacoleo, you can run around the map, you can climb trees, you can climb walls and all that, and they're pretty bulky too, which is nice. And obviously the Argent can hold a ton of stuff. Takes a lot of the items that we're putting in there are only half. The weight gets dropped to half, which is nice. And I mean, to be honest, right from the start, it actually gets a decent amount of weight to begin with. Like, the weight on this one is like, what is it, 744, which isn't too bad. I mean, it's not like, I don't think it's like really that good, but I mean, like, there's definitely ones that actually have like a lot more weight, I would feel like, but I mean, especially with getting everything at a lot of the resources have like the weight. It's definitely a great, I know, a great tame to have. So Argent's definitely my favorite. Thylacoleo is great too. That's going to be a little bit further on because on the island, the only place to get Thylacoleo is going to be in the middle of the map, which is where the redwoods are. And the thing is, in the redwoods, they actually spawn on the trees. And if you go by on a bird or anything like that, they will jump from the tree and literally pull you down, and you're pretty much dead. There's nothing you can do about it. There's other maps that are a little bit easier to get Thylacoleo on. So there's Scorched Earth, which is the like desert map basically. We can get Thylacoleo there. We can also wait until we can also go to Ragnarok, which is going to be the best place to pretty much get, I don't know, everything. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, that's still a little bit of ways ahead. I mean, we're gonna start transferring a little bit just to get a little bit like higher tames and everything like that. But when it comes to the actually like the story, gameplay, everything, we're mainly gonna stay on here. Like I said, maybe for just different tames, we'll move over to the other maps and everything. But for right now, we have more than enough metal. I'm just gonna keep working my way here, just grabbing a little bit more obsidian because eventually we're gonna need to make polymer. Polymer is a combination, I think, of obsidian and cementing paste, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, another reason why cementing paste is also very important. I mean, you use cementing paste for pretty much everything, so that's why raiding beaver dams is like the most beneficial thing you could do. Like, if you always have a lot of cementing paste, you're always going to be pretty safe, which is nice. So I'm just going to keep collecting a lot of obsidian and everything. We're going to get to the point where this guy is going to be almost encumbered. I mean, I'm just going to keep going. When it comes to the stone, I may just drop it just so we can get a little bit more obsidian. You don't need a crazy amount of obsidian. I just don't remember what the requirements are to make polymer with it, so that's why I'm just playing it safe. I'm just going to overload this guy with obsidian, and then worst case, we end up just dropping it, or I don't know, use it for something else. But the two main things, two things I know of that you use the obsidian for is obviously the polymer, which polymer is important for a lot of things, but it's also one of the requirements for the cryopods. So that's important to us. Also, you use a little bit of obsidian for the for scissors. I mean, for being able to cut your own hair. Then we can do our own design, our own colors with our hair. They give you a few different like hairstyle options. So, all right. Well, I guess we're going back to base now, since the pick is broken. There's no real. I mean, let's throw all this off. Because we don't really need that, because now we have a Doedicurus, so the stone is going to be pretty easy to get in general. You know what? Let's just try using the pick. Let's add the hatchet. Let's see what happens here. I don't know how much we're going to get out of this. Yeah, 6 obsidian. You know what? That's not even worth it. We're just going to... I'm just going to get on the back of the... I'm going to get myself out of this little thing first. I'm going to get on the back of the Argent and then head back to base. You know what? I think... Yeah, you know what? Well, might as well. Whatever. We're taking all this stone. Because it's not going to encumber him too much. We should be okay. Yeah, we're going to move a little slow, but you know what? That's fine. I'm just going to get to the top here, just try to figure out which direction I have to go in, since... it's raining, and it's foggy, and it's raining, and whatever. But I'm going to bring you guys back once we get back to the mosh pit. I'm going to start smelting all of this. I think we got to go this way. No. That way. Okay. So we're going to go that way. Yeah, so I'm going to bring you guys back when I get back to the mosh pit, and then get all the metal smelted, and we're going to start... making the saddles for these guys, and then yeah. Alright, so it took a little bit. There's still some more going. We're probably gonna get another 100 and something out of this, but yeah, it's time to make them. So I think we should be good here. So the Doedicurus saddle, the Enki saddle, and what are we off on? Why is that not lit? Oh, fiber. Oh, that's easy. Okay. Whew. gonna say, I thought we had enough metal. Alright. Alright, that should be enough. And now we're good with this again. So let's make that, and let's just get everybody all saddled up. Here we go. 1, 2, waiting on the third. Alright, so Enki. Good, you get this one. Hold on for a second. Let's just move you on right here. Dodicarus. It should be this one. And then the Castroid is right here. Alright, so yeah, we got the utility dinos, so we're going to be able to get a ton of wood from the Castroides, we're going to be able to get a ton of metal from the Enki, and we're going to be able to get a ton of stone from the Dodicarus. So we're going to be able to do a lot with these guys, so we're able to build up our base a lot more. We're going to be able to make the taming pens that we have to do for Carno Island and other places. It's going to be really, really, really easy to do with these guys. What else can we do with them? Pretty much anything. When it comes to building, when it comes to upgrading, anything like that, these three are going to be great. So next episode, we're definitely going to be looking to make some cryopods, because carrying these guys around everywhere is going to be definitely something I'm going to want to do, but transporting these guys without cryopods is a pain. Like, we would have to do everything one at a time, come back and forth, and that takes a while. So I'm going to call it an episode, but yeah, next one's going to be cryopods, which is going to be interesting. We have to make a few things first, like a fabricator, I believe, with the but then we can use the obsidian in the fabricator, and I think it's cementing paste to make polymer, and we'll be able to do that. So not only are we going to make the fabricator in the next episode, we're also going to get everything ready to go for the cryopods, and we're going to make a ton of cryopods, probably. I'm hoping to make at least, I don't know, 20, maybe more. But again, I'm going to call it an episode. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave comments down below. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, if you like the videos that I'm putting out, definitely please subscribe. It helps me out. It also lets you know when I'm uploading new videos. Like I say in every episode, I try to upload once a day. So trying to keep this pretty consistent. But yeah, again, thank you for watching. Hope you liked the video, and see you guys on the next one.